My stepfather thought that I owed it to him for having a roof over my head when I was a child, and opened credit cards in my name as a payment for my rent, so I got him arrested. I never had a reason to check my credit score until a couple of months ago, other than when I got a credit card in 2021. At that time, I had a 745. When I went to purchase my first car on my own in April, the dealership told me my credit score was 541. I had no idea why, since I barely used my credit card and always paid it off in full every month on time. I put off buying the car while I looked into my credit and was mortified when I saw two other credit cards on my report, both of which were nearly maxed out, and with probably 15 late payments between the two of them. When I asked my mom and stepdad about it, my stepdad said he opened the cards when I went to college because I stopped paying rent at the house. When I lived there during my 2 years at CC, I paid them $500 a month rent. I stopped paying when I moved out. We ended up arguing about it, and he said I owed it to him for the years I didn't pay rent, literally talking about 8th, 12th grade, and to just drop it. When I told him he can't do that without my permission, he said he doesn't need permission and spit in my face, like a full-on spit on my face. I left crying and my mom called to apologize. We talked a little bit and she told me he had something similar happen to him in the past. Obviously that's no excuse, and I told her I'd have to go to the police about the accounts. She said to slow down and really think about if that's what I want to do. I hung up the phone. I wish I'd known about the accounts sooner. I still think I'm going to call the police, but is there any other way of handling this? Update. I made the police report for both identity theft and the spitting. They said it was two separate incidents, the identity theft a felony and the spitting a misdemeanor. About a week afterward, my stepdad comes storming into my workplace. He's always had anger issues, but this is a new low for him. He starts screaming at me for calling the police, and a security guard comes in and tells him to leave. The security guard meant well, but she's probably 23 years old and small, and my stepdad is 6'2" and has been in plenty of fights in his life. My manager told me to go in the back, and he followed me back there. I locked myself in the bathroom, and he just kept banging on the door for probably 3 or 4 minutes screaming at me. I called my mom and she tried calling him. Eventually, a police officer gets there and goes to handcuff my stepdad. He fought him and 2 other officers pile on him. He's arrested on aggravated battery and aggravated resisting charges. He was released from jail the next day. No idea why, but the county decided not to prosecute him. I spoke with an officer a couple days later about a possible order of protection, and I was told the county usually doesn't prosecute people fighting cops unless an officer gets injured so badly they might have to medically retire. What reminded me about this post was that I checked my credit yesterday, and one of the accounts has come off. Still waiting for the other one, but I think it's just a matter of time. My stepdad hasn't said a word to me since, and my mom refuses to talk about it. The nice thing is, the rest of my family is completely on my side with this. My credit should recover pretty soon, but I think my relationship with my stepdad is pretty much over. I'm fine with that. He's a toxic person. I'm just hoping nothing else happens.